Philip Reid, circa 1820 to 1892, who chose the spelling Philip Reid after gaining his freedom, was an African-American master craftsman, artisan, and foundry worker. Best known for his critical role in casting the 19.5-foot bronze Statue of Freedom that crowns the United States Capitol dome, Reid went from an enslaved worker to a celebrated symbol of resilience, ingenuity, and the essential contributions of Black Americans to the nation's landmarks. The breakthrough: solving a capital crisis. In 1860, the original plaster model of the Statue of Freedom, sculpted in Rome by Thomas Crawford, arrived in Washington, D.C., in 5 separate sections. An Italian sculptor assembled it for display at the Capitol. However, when the time came to separate the sections so they could be transported to Clark Mill's foundry for bronze casting, a major problem arose. The standoff. The Italian sculptor refused to reveal how to disassemble the model or assist further unless given a significant pay raise. Reid's ingenuity. Reid examined the statue and figured out a mechanical solution. He reasoned that by attaching a pulley and tackle to the lifting ring at the top of the model, lifting it slightly would reveal the hidden seams and joints between the sections. Success. His strategy worked perfectly, allowing the plaster model to be safely disassembled and moved to the foundry. Casting freedom while enslaved. During the casting process at the foundry near Bladensburg, Maryland, Reid served as the primary foreman and laborer overseeing the molten bronze. The Sunday wages. As an enslaved person, any wages Reid earned Monday through Saturday went directly to his enslaver, Clark Mills. However, government records show Reid was paid directly for working on 33 Sundays between 1860 and 1861 at a rate of $1.25 per day to keep the foundry fires burning, making him the only known enslaved worker paid directly by the federal government during the project. Without Reid's mechanical insight and dedication, the casting of America's most iconic symbol of freedom might have stalled indefinitely. Freedom and later life. Emancipation, 1862. On April 16, 1862, President Abraham Lincoln signed the District of Columbia Compensated Emancipation Act. Reid became a free man. Witnessing history, 1863. When the final piece of the Statue of Freedom was hoisted atop the Capitol dome on December 2, 1863, Reid watched the culmination of his craftsmanship as a free citizen. Life as Philip Reid. After the Civil War, he adopted the surname Reid. He established his own successful plastering business in Washington, D.C., married, and was widely esteemed in his community until his death in 1892. How Philip Reid is honored today. 1. The architect of the Capitol and Capitol Visitor Center. The architect of the Capitol officially recognizes Reid as the single best-known enslaved person associated with the Capitol's construction history. Today, the original 1857 plaster model of the Statue of Freedom stands in Emancipation Hall inside the U.S. Capitol Visitor Center. The hall and exhibition specifically honor Reid and the hundreds of enslaved laborers who built the Capitol building. 2. Congressional record recognition. In 1928, Tennessee Representative Finis J. Garrett introduced a paper into the congressional record formally honoring Reid for his faithful service and genius in creating the Statue of Freedom. 3. Historical markers and memorials. National Harmony Memorial Park Marker. Erected in 2014, a historical marker in Hyattsville, Maryland, honors Philip Reid at his final resting place, celebrating the enslaved craftsman who built the symbol of freedom crowning the Capitol. Educational and civil rights tributes. Historical societies, including the White House Historical Association and the National Mall History Project, actively highlight Reid's legacy in exhibits on African American craftsmanship. DTOA reflection. Freedom is not only represented by monuments, it is built by the hands, minds, and courage of those history too often overlooked. Philip Reid's legacy stands above the Capitol as a lasting reminder that Black excellence has always been part of America's foundation. To support the channel, please click the like button and subscribe to receive new videos.